it's time for the iciest segment in all of sports. It's been a slippery week in Buffalo. Two superstar quarterbacks combined for 228 yards. In Green Bay, Bake Show, a perfect game. And in Foxborough, a great quarterback just warmed up Bailey Zappi. Alas, we turn our eyes to the great and unforgiving ranking system that is known across the world as Mahomes Mountain.
All right, first, thank you, as always, for the great introduction, Kevin Wildes. And you guys know the rules. If you are ruled out for the season, you are off the mountain. So we will show you who is off the mountain right now. Hey, listen, Justin Herbert, you deserve better, but we apologize. Also off the mountain, Zach Wilson. We did a whole segment last week, could Zach Wilson's career be salvaged? Wildes and I laughed chaotically while Brew and Greg treated it seriously. Desmond Ritter might not be back on the mountain, nor will Bailey Zappi anytime soon. Level 7, bottom row of the mountain. Geno didn't play, he stays where he is. Fields got kind of screwed by some drops, he stays where he is. Shout out to Aiden O'Connell, Derek Carr, Drew Lock, and big shout out to Bryce Young, who last week I said you'd never climb the mountain. I'll be honest, didn't really have a mountain climbing worthy performance, but it's the holiday season, you got to win. Good for you. Yeah. Meanwhile, Tommy Cutlets, you're dropping, and you might be dropping like a stone. I'm not sure, my friend, but it might be approaching midnight, my friend. Level 6. I know what you're thinking. Why did Drake May move up? He hasn't played. Because NFL GMs are watching the other teams in the quarterback situation. They're like, there's a lot of guys who we might want. Gardner Minshew moves up with another excellent performance. And Russell Wilson slips down the mountain, which is fitting as he gets ready to slip out of the Rocky Mountain State. Level 5. Listen, these are some of our show favorites. But CJ missed a game. You can sometimes slide down the mountain due to not playing. Also, the fact that the Texans somehow won without him, it dings him a bit. The Prince, the fumbling. Buddy, I'm here for you. Nobody supports you more, but the fumbling's not great. Jalen Hurts, if they make the Prince do the Jalen Hurts fumble drills, I'll never get over it. Can't do it. Jordan Love could have moved up, but it was very hard to move up higher. Jared Goff, 5 touchdown performance by Jared Goff. He was excellent. He moves up now to the top 10. Level 4. Tua, no Tyreek, no problem. Gotta say, I didn't see that coming. Good for Tua. He played excellent. Baker played literally a perfect game. And Josh Allen nominated for an Oscar after that performance this weekend. Great job by Josh. Wow. And he didn't turn the ball over for the first time in a few months. Wildes, there's a whole mixtape about his flops. Give me a break. Brock Purdy stays where he is. Level 3, static. Jake Browning, listen. What? Wildes, are you ready for the conversation?
It's coming up.
Wildes wants to have the Joe Burrow system quarterback conversation. He wants to have it. Caleb Williams, we know exactly who he is, and we know that he's going to be a Chicago Bear next year. Matt Stafford, the last month, 12 touchdowns, 1 pick, a 112 rating. He has been outstanding, and the Rams are going to make the playoffs. Level 2. Lamar stays where he is. Dak must drop, sadly. Listen, Dak had played almost perfect football for 2 months. He had a bad game, so he has to drop. He doesn't have to plummet, but he can't be atop the mountain where he was. And now, to level 1. Back atop the mountain where he deserves to be, and now officially underrated. Oh. Let me show you Patrick Mahomes' numbers this year. He leads the league in yards. He's probably going to finish the year leading the league in passing yards and touchdowns. I would predict that, but we'll see. Right now, he's first in total yards, 5th in pass touchdowns, 6th in completion percentage, and despite the fact that if you listen to all sports media, he has a bunch of guys with feet for hands as his wide receiving group. Seems pretty good. There is Mark Schelerth, Mahomes Mountain, post-week 15.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a couple things about this mountain. One, Jared Goff is playing way better than wherever you have him on the 4th tier. On the 4th tier.
The 5th tier, actually, yeah.
5th tier, he's playing way, but clearly, it's pretty clear to me that you have. Yeah, that's a bad point. That you have.
I liked it.
Thank you. You would like that. But here's the deal. I saw you just put up a graphic with Mahomes, and he was rated 6th in 2 or 3 things.
Yeah.
I saw Brew, your esteemed colleague, earlier in the program, put Purdy in there, and he was 1 or 2 in every category.
Yeah.
Every single category. So how can you have Purdy down here on level 4? He should be elevated above Mahomes.
Okay.
Wow. Purdy should be elevated above Mahomes.
Okay. He's going to be there.
Okay, well, let me respond to all of that. because I was showing Mahomes' numbers because I think while we have talked about Mahomes and the Chiefs' offense as if it is in total disarray, I thought those numbers would surprise some people. I just want to ask you this very question.
Okay, please.
Let's just flip-flop them. Their teams.
Okay.
How do you think the Niners, they're 11-3. They're not only undefeated, they're probably the greatest team in NFL history, right? That exact team with Patrick Mahomes playing quarterback?
I mean, I cannot
confirm nor deny. And then I'm just curious, this Kansas City Chiefs team with that receiving core that everyone's killing, with Brock Purdy as their quarterback, are they still 9-5, still in good position to maybe even get the 1 seed, or are they in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes?
Again, these are hypotheticals.
Don't fall for the hypothetical.
Wiles, when did it become a thing on this show that we're not supposed to do hypotheticals? I thought that was the entire premise of the business. Is hypothetical. Okay. Brew, go ahead.
All right, Dak. Nick. Dak has to drop way
further?
Yes. I mean, come on. Dak can't do much on the road. And we're going to show you right here. He's got a big problem. On the road, yeah, he's great at home,
I hope
but just like his team, on the road here, look at the numbers. 3-4, 63%, 216 yards a game. Wow. Yards per TD to interception, 8-5. Passer rating's horrible. You know who he is on the road? And this is going to burn
Desmond
you.
Ridder.
Here we go right here. He's more than Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder he is, yes, who's off of the mountain. No. Sam Howell. Where's Sam Howell? Is he off the mountain
He's off unfairly.
He's off too. Two guys that are off the mountain. One of them banned forever, Desmond Ridder, and that's who Dak is on the road. That's half their games, Nick.
Okay, hold on.
How can he be?
Okay, I'll explain. Right. First of all, showing any Sam Howell graphic that does not include his turnovers and self-sacks is misleading. Sam Howell's problem is not that he can't throw the ball, it's that he has a negative play rate worse than almost any player in the league. And passer rating does not include sacks. It does include turnovers.
No,
that is true. But here's Brew. Prior to the Bills game, I'm asking a question. Don't get frustrated with me, my friend.
Go ahead.
You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I'm listening.
Prior to the Bills game, you thought Dak deserved to be second in the MVP conversation, correct?
Yeah.
So how far do you want him to drop for one bad game? Like, who do you?
Below Purdy?
I know you want Purdy ahead of him. Other than Purdy,
he should be like. Should be. But look, a lot of those guys. Browning. I mean, you punish Purdy for being a system QB. No. What is Browning? He's got tremendous receivers. He's in a system too.
I'm
gonna leave that to Wiles.
Okay, so you want to talk about Jake Browning? You're saying it's a system quarterback. Then what are you saying? Because I'm not saying it. I'm gonna put up the graphic. I'm not gonna say it.
What are you gonna say?
Here's the first graphic during 3-game win streak.
Oh, he's doing it. Wildes is going here. Wildes is what does Browning's success say about Burrow? I've been waiting for someone to have this.
It's a question. He's calling him a system quarterback. There's another graphic.
Are you saying Browning?
I'm not saying anything, dude. I'm just putting up graphics, you guys. All right? I'm not saying anything. There's no graphics.
Wait, what? So
that's Burrow the first month, he was terrible. Burrow the next 6 weeks, he was good. And then Browning the last month, he's been better than Burrow.
I didn't say that. That's what the graphic says.
But you're not explaining.
What are you
got to
saying?
explain it to the
I'm not saying anything.
But then he literally won't say anything.
People are at home. If you're at home, you tell me.
I'm saying that.
What are you saying?
Jake Browning is coming back to earth in short order.
Okay,
we've seen a lot of guys with Joshua Dobbs, Ryan Fitzpatrick. We've seen guys do this when nobody has tape on them.
Listen, can I?
Way too high.
Wildes is saying that Browning is better than Burrow.
That's what it looks like to me,
guys. Because Wildes is not speaking, but I know what he's saying. Can I tell you what Wildes is saying? Wildes wants to dip his toe in the conversation of, have we overrated Joe Burrow because the Bengals' success is more based in a coach he thinks is underrated in Zach Taylor, but really star wide receivers, and Wildes is actually doing this in a perverse sports media way as a Mac Jones defense. Because Wildes is trying to make the case that if you have star receivers, you can look great. And if you don't, you're going to look bad, which therefore means maybe Mac Jones was good all along, but he just hasn't been given the weapons by Belichick.
Wow. Well, look,
That's
What
what
an
he's doing.
interpretation.
I'm telling you right now, that's what he's
He
doing.
read you like a book.
First of all, I did not say any of that. So you don't put words in my mouth.
Okay.
You did bring up some interesting things I didn't think about. Did Mac Jones and Joe Burrow both go undefeated in college and won a national championship? Of course. Did then Joe Burrow go into a situation where he was surrounded with talent? Yeah, to the point where we have to keep T. Higgins because we can't just have one good wide receiver. We need two.
That's true.
Did Mac Jones have the same situation? No. And now Jake Browning's in there balling. So I didn't say any of that.
Yeah.
I thought it was an interesting take by you guys.
Okay. Thanks.
But I thought it was interesting overall. Coming up next, we're leaving the mountain. And is it officially panic time in Philadelphia?
I told you.
I didn't
Stink
say
came
that.
all the way from Denver to hang out with us morons. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.